All right. Happy fucking Merry New Year. We don't have any beef jerky though. What's up, Mooger Fooger?
Hey man, happy to be here. Happy New Year, Mark. I love you, brother. Happy to be here. Happy to know you. And my favorite band sucks. That's good.
I don't
I
think you've
love
ever
it.
seen this cup.
I love it. I love it.
My wife's bestie got this for me. She said, "This is so you, Mark." And I go, "Do I really put that off that vibe?" I guess so.
You know, you just have the most honest heart I know, and I know a lot of people are gonna bash you and bash me for sticking up for you, but I mean, you're just like that's why I like you. You're just who you are, and you say it like it is, and you say it like you want to feel. But Mark, take it as a compliment because you have so many people pissed off at you. That's traction. That's traction. They know you.
Well, the only one who has the right to be pissed off at me is Ralph. That's it.
Right.
I,
Right.
I didn't talk shit about anybody else that's pissed off at me. They just have problems. That's about it.
Well, it's my goodness. I just like bands and I don't like other bands, and that's okay. And we can all have a discussion about that, right?
Oh yeah,
Right?
like I said on I did Lee's podcast today, and I go, how come when I say some band sucks, it's fucking controversial because they don't agree with it, but when I say a band they suck that sucks that they agree with, oh, it's okay. Mark is right on that. But when I say so a band that sucks that you like, no, I'm looking for attention. But it's okay when I say a
um
band sucks that
I,
you don't
I you
like.
know what? I've been a part of your group and a part of everything for a long time. You're not looking for attention. You're just giving your opinion. And
Looking to
it's
get the podcast attention. I'm looking for conversations. That's about it.
well, I will give you conversation till the day's end. And it's okay not to like a band. It's okay to like a band. And the one I want to bring up tonight, I don't know if a lot of people have even heard about them or been into them, but the band I would like to bring up tonight is Coheed and Cambria.
I like them, but I haven't like I can't like say I've listened to full albums by them, but I have all their albums so far.
You do.
Yeah, I like Coheed and Cambria. You know, they remind me a lot
So
of
you have
Rush.
you have You're the Black Rainbow, Second Turbine,
I think I do.
Keeping Secrets, Good Apollo 4, Good Apollo
See,
5.
I can't say like Rush, Grace Under Pressure, Rush, Hold Your Fire, Rush Power Windows. I can't say names of albums by them like I could do with other
Sure,
bands I like,
sure.
but I do like them. Like Avenged Sevenfold, I'm a casual fan, you know.
Okay. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got tattoos on me that represent Coheed and Cambria. And just like Fireball Ministry. Those and Kiss is like my favorite band. And I don't have one tattoo of them on me.
I have
That
no idea why, but keep going.
all right. All right. But no, Coheed. I came into them and I think maybe 2001, 2002, and it would have been in the Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. And I said, man, these guys sound like a young Rush. That
And it's
they were
funny, they say Rush isn't one of their influences,
no, not at all.
and
Not
that's
at all.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But and when I listen back to it, not at all. Not at all. There's like no Rush influence in it, but they were a little progressive, a little proggy. Claudio had this girl high sounding voice. And I was like, oh man, I got to get this. And then I went back and got second stage turbine blade. And then they released Good Apollo 4. I'm burning through the eyes of madness, whatever, it's a very long name, but it's it's been a love affair for me, man. I mean, people love Rush, people love Kiss, people love Iron Maiden, and that's great, man. And so do I. But this band, I have followed every single record since they've released, and I'm loving them, man. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but that's okay. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to post on this saying, "Go Heat sucks, man." That's okay.
Well, I hope
That's all
they
right,
do.
man.
I like opinions. Post all
Yeah,
you want, man.
yeah. Or hey, man, I love Coheed. Great, man. Or like you're a casual listener of Coheed. I just like that somebody listens to them. Hate them, love them, casual. It's all good. I've seen them live a million times and never disappoint. I like them. What are your thoughts on them, Mark?
I can't tell you one song they did. I do have their albums. I do listen to it, and when I do
Sure.
hear it, it's enjoyable to me. And I haven't heard a bad song by them. So maybe I need to do a deep dive where I could like say, "Oh, I like this album. Oh, I like that album." Well, I can't name one single album or song by them. I know they had a didn't they have like a trilogy album or something where they're part.
Every one of their good Apollo records were
There you go.
in they were a part of the story. So you go Year to Black Rainbow, Second Stage Turbine Blade, and Keeping Secret Silent 3, Good Apollo and Burning Star 4, and Good Apollo 5. No World for Tomorrow. That's where that story ends.
You say Apollo 5, you know what the first song that comes into my head from?
What's that?
Adamant.
Really?
We will survive up. No, they're Apollo 9. I think he's Apollo 9. But when I hear Apollo, I hear Apollo 9. We will survive. Apollo 10, 1, 2. I
Right.
fucking love Adamant, man.
All right. Love it. Love it.
Have you ever heard Adamant?
Excuse me.
Puss in Boots.
Yes.
Puss,
Yes, sir.
Boots. I fucking love
Yeah.
that dude.
Um, anyway, those are like the first five records kind of encapsulate the good Apollo, the story of the key work, the seven planets, all that. It starts with Year of a Black Rainbow, goes up to No World for Tomorrow. Then we kind of do a prequel back to um before that, and it's called Ascension and Descension. Um, and that's like the story of the astronaut who goes up and discovers the planet, and he comes back. So it's Ascension and Descension. And now we're on to a whole nother story, which is Axis, Axis 1 and Axis 2. Beautiful creatures, I think. I don't know. And then the newest one, it's just so fucking catchy. I got it on vinyl. We just got our new record player. So I've just been listening to it today on vinyl. So it's so good. But I just, mm, I just love them so much. And you don't need to be into the story to like the music,
No,
right?
they're really tight band, man.
I mean, the
Is it
band's
the
gonna
same
be,
members that
you're gonna
started?
hear a song and you're gonna want to listen to that song again. Like on Second Stage Turbine Blade, there's a song called Devil in Jersey City. Holy shit, is that a fucking great fucking song? You don't need to know what it's about. You don't need to know what it's referencing. It's just a good song. It's always good. So that's my spiel on Coheed. Got their tattoos on me, and the ones who know, because they don't say Coheed, but the symbolism, if you know, you know, and they see him, they're like, "Oh my God, Coheed!" And I was like, "Yes, sir," or "Yes, ma'am," whatever. But and that I'm and just a fan. I'm a fanboy of certain bands, man, and that is one of them. And I probably, like I said, have three or four bands that I am fanboy s about. And I know, Mark, Kiss is one of them, but um, so is Fireball Ministry, and so is Coheed. So
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
Oh, Coheed's good. Like I said, I can't tell
Right.
you one single song. I can't tell you their albums really, but when I do listen to them, it's enjoyable to me. So I really need to do a deep dive into that band. They do remind me of Rush, but then the singer said, I think on Eddie Trunk, that they weren't fans of Rush. So,
Right.
and they were kind of pissed off that people were all saying, you sound like Rush, because they did like the Fear, the part one, part two, kind of like that stuff with their albums. So they kind of put them in that Rush. They lumped them into a Rush genre. So
They did.
yeah.
And some people did do that to the band, but holy crap, like Claudio couldn't have been any less of a Rush fan than he was. And he started listening to Rush like later on into their career and said, "Oh, okay. I can see the resemblance now, man. That's cool." He's like, "I like this band Rush." He absolutely dug them. But as far as their story goes, that just came from a love of science fiction and He-Man and all of that kind of
Well,
stuff.
him and freaking Neil Peart would have got along with the Ayn
Oh,
Rand
oh, big time, man. I
big
mean,
time.
it was just a love for that thing, and it was a love for the storytelling, and that's why Cohee did the one and the two and the three. And they did the succession and named them, you know, cohesively, but a little bit obscurely too. You wouldn't. I was like, oh, what is this second stage turbine blade? That's the second album in the thing, and in fact, that was their debut record. Was Second Stage Turbine Blade was the second, so to speak, chapter in the story. It wasn't until after Good Apollo 4 that they released, maybe even Good Apollo 5, No World for Tomorrow, that they all went all the way back and they did Black Rainbow, which the Black Rainbow was the beginning. And there was a novel. I've got it right. I'm looking right up at it right now. A novel to go along with that. And God bless my dad, rest in peace. But he read that book and he was like, God damn it, I hope there's another one. And it's like, so do I. And to this day, there hasn't been. They they have a graphic novel that spans the entire Armory Wars, which is what Coheed's all about. Um,
Rush
but
did a Clockwork
they,
Angels novel.
they need to do more novels. They need to
Yeah.
do more novels because
Well, Neil Peart is gone. They can't do more novels. That sucks. Because they did a Clockwork Angels about steampunk.
did they?
Yeah, Clockwork Angels. There's a novel with Neil Peart with co-writer, and it was
No
about
shit.
the whole Clockwork Angels was like a steampunk album. Like I'm talking about that stuff. Kind of like
Clockwork
what
Angel.
you know what steampunk. You ever seen like the Smashing Pumpkins with the what's that Melancholy album where they did those videos kind of steampunkish?
Yes,
Kind of like that.
absolutely.
That's what Rush did later. I love the Smashing Pumpkins. A lot of people hate that band. I love Billy Corgan. One of his greatest influences is Neil Peart with Entre Noir. If you watch the Rush documentary, he talks about
Absolutely.
I
God
gave
damn it.
these
Yes.
lyrics to my mom and we bonded over Rush lyrics, and I thought that was fucking pretty cool.
Well, the Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, was probably one of my favorite records of almost all time. I
Yeah,
mean,
that album needs to be reviewed, dude. I haven't done any fucking Smashing
it's a
Pumpkins.
double album and it's amazing. And yeah, I think this Billy just kind of shot himself on the foot with that because you're not going to get better than that, dude.
Well, then he went to Ava Adore, which is like industrial shit.
It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
okay, but it's like it's a total sea change from Melancholy from that album.
And a band needs to do that, by the way.
They do,
You
but
know,
not that drastic. At least like build it up.
right?
I think
But
Rush did that. They kind of build it up.
I would say this like about a band like Tool. Their first couple albums are almost punk. Okay, they're almost like punk hard rock. Not a lot of prog in either one of them. They were just up in your face hard rock. And then they started getting a little proggy, and then they got a little different sounding. Every album got a little bit different sounding, and that was to be Tool's trade. Okay, so Anima didn't need to sound like Lateralis, and Lateralis didn't need to sound like 10,000 Days, and 10,000 Days certainly didn't need to sound like um the brand new one, which is skipping my mind right now. But
I forgot what it is, but you couldn't buy it. It was like really expensive to get the new one
it
out.
it, it was it was it was
So I
it,
said,
and
fuck
it
that
didn't
shit. I'll
release
just
the shit
stream
to
it.
iTunes or streaming for a little while after that. Oh, it's Fear Inoculum was their newest one.
Yeah, and it's like $60 to buy on CD. Fuck that
Yeah,
shit. You're
it
not
was
that. Fuck you, Tool.
right,
Fuck you.
right.
Fuck you
But
trying to rip
to
off your
to
fans.
to that point, they were artists. You know, I mean, their albums sounded a little bit different
But there's
throughout.
artists, but then they're stuck up. I think Tool, I like Tool way better than Radiohead, but I feel Radiohead at least gave their albums away for free, like in Rainbows,
Mhm.
but then Tool wants to make you spend $60 on their last album and make it limited. That is kind of fucked up. At least Radiohead gave you free shit. Even Smashing Pumpkins did too.
It's all right, man. I mean, if you want to pay $60, pay $60. If you don't,
No,
wait for it to stream.
I got that in
So,
Rainbow shit by Radiohead. It was awful, but I didn't have to pay for it. But
you know, I admire and I love Radiohead, and I love you too for putting out the. Everyone's like complaining that they got a free U2 album on their iPhone, and I'm like, you got a free fucking album on your iPhone. What the fuck are you complaining about? If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. Fucking get rid of it. You know, don't worry about it. They gave you a goddamn free album.
hey,
It's
which
okay.
Bono apologized for, by the way.
Oh, he should never have apologized
Well,
for that.
I fucking loved it. I was going fucking free you too. My ex-wife, I told her she got,
I
and then
haven't,
I bought the CD also.
I don't, I haven't loved a lot of U2 over the years. I just haven't. But my God, do I appreciate them.
The songs, The Innocence,
I
fucking
think,
amazing album.
yeah, man, they got some good ones out there. They absolutely do.
That's a
And
dude. There isn't a bad YouTube. Even this one, let me show you this, where they remade their shit and like slowed them down. I love this fucking album, man. This is
yeah,
like Songs of Surrender. This is they fucking redid their own songs.
yeah.
And
Ah,
The Edge is the one who did this. It wasn't Bono. It was The Edge who
no
had
shit.
input on that.
No
Yeah, it was
shit.
The Edge who had control over that.
Well, somewhere back here in my vinyl boxes, I've got like all of this Joshua Tree stuff, and it's just
Uh,
amazing. They're 7 inch. They're like 7 inch, like two songs per side, alternate takes of everything they did, and
that
it's so good, so
The
good.
Joshua True is awesome because they released like B-sides that weren't on the album, like
That's what I'm
Dancing
saying.
Barefoot and
Yep.
stuff like that, where you could get on the limited edition greatest hits, best of,
Yeah.
and it has the B-sides plus the
Yeah.
B-sides. I have that on CD. Really
We
fucking cool.
so
Silver and
that
Gold was a fucking B-side, man.
what's that?
Silver and Gold was a B-side.
Oh, it absolutely was. Yes. So, you know, speaking of bands that just like do odd releases like that, we got a Tom Petty Wildflowers, and it's got all of the shit, all of the B-sides, all of the
But
stuff
it
from
didn't put the girl on LSD, which I went and got that by myself somewhere. But
did you?
Girl on LSD is a great fucking song.
Oh yeah. So like I said, we just got this I mean, I have my old school churn player back here, you know, so it's hooked up to my tower Pioneer Tower speakers and a big old amp, and we can rock the fucking house. But
Whatever happened to Pioneer?
I don't know,
God damn.
is Pioneer still around?
I think it is, but it's not like when you went to get a rack system, you look at Awa, Pioneer, Sony, Kenwood. Remember Kenwood? Kenwood would have some systems.
Fuck yeah, Kenwood. I'd also look at
Denon.
shit.
Denon
There's
was
some others.
always
There's
expensive,
others,
man.
some other like little ones like
I'm trying to think of the one with the F. I had the one with the F.
I think we're thinking the same one. We can't remember it.
I need to know. Again, what was the one with the F, man? Uh,
Huh.
let me stereo rack system with the name that started with an F. Let's see, Siri can tell me.
Go to your stupid phone. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid phone. Uh, no, it's not that. I don't know what it is, dude. It's fucking. I had that shit. Uh,
It was
I
like Quan or Quana or something.
It was the first one that had a surround sound with the surround sound speakers on it, and I sold the
Mm.
surround sound amplifier and the speakers because I didn't know what the fuck they were at that time, and I'm a movie file. Now I
Hey,
have surround
I
sound in every
I
room.
saw my surround sound Pioneers up in the living room that I've
Mhm.
never used. So,
Uh, Surround sound's awesome.
oh God,
God,
I'm
what?
gonna say it has a Q in it, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out what it was. I don't know why I keep thinking Frasier. That's a show. It ain't a system. Well, they had
But we definitely
Kenwood,
had. You definitely had Pioneer. You had
Kenwood,
Kenwood.
Sony, Denon, Boys. Boys, Boys is good. I had
Oh,
bookshelf speakers by them hooked it up to one of my rack systems. Fucking pretty cool shit. Uh, I remember
oh,
when I sold a stereo system
sound
because
system that starts with Q.
that's Quasar, right? Um, no, it's F, dude. It's sound system with F.
Sound system that starts with Q. Ah, not Samsung.
Oh, it's just, I can't remember what it is, man. Somebody,
I'm
some
gonna I'm gonna get you here in a minute, dude. Hold on. Hold on.
sound system with
Hold on.
F.
Oh,
Sound
oh,
system with
Fostex
F.
was one. Fostex, yeah. Remember them?
Yeah, it wasn't Fostex.
Klipsch?
No.
No, I
I
know.
used to have this. I forgot what it. I could be wrong. It might not be enough. Kenwood
No,
Franklin.
because the guy who worked with that work, he had the sound system and it was amazing. Um,
Yeah, man. I
mm,
remember getting this sound system from Fred R. Rated with what's his name, Shadow Stevens. He did the commercials for them here in California, and that was a cool fucking place to go get systems at, man. And you could barter and say, "Hey, can you give me
come
six
on,
CDs?"
man. I used to know this. What
Franklin
was that? It was
Frazier Fresno. I don't
it
Fresno
was not a
Frazier.
Tannoy, it was not a Theo Audio.
Sound system in the 80s that started with F.
Sherman Audio, Sherwood,
I remember Sherwood was expensive
a
as fuck.
Snell, a Sonodyne, a Sony, a Splendor. That's all I got here.
Sound systems in the 80s that started with F. Somebody's probably just laughing at us right now, you know?
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're yelling at their screen.
They're like
You
yelling.
motherfuckers! I know what it is.
I fucking give up because we're sounding stupid now.
I'm gonna give up on it too, but Onkyo.
I remember
Onkyo is the
it was
one I was thinking
expensive
of.
too.
Yeah, Onkyo, that's the one I was thinking of. So that was another really expensive sound system, Onkyo. So I had Pioneer, but it was a solid state, and it kept blowing fuses, so it kind of went to the wayside. But I got my old 3.5 bus fuse in there. Excuse me. And it's going strong, man. We can rock it out from the office here, or I've got my nice new Bluetooth uh record player out in the living room. So
I'm trying to think of uh man, I can't find it. It's like pissing me off because I know it and I don't know it. But I know Okio. I know here's brands of the 80s. Got Event, Nakatachi, NAD, Yamaha, Sony, Pioneer, more. Give me more. Continue reading. Klipsch, Denon, Maratz, Yamaha,
Yeah, Rents, yeah.
KFE, Quinn Quad, Mark Levinson. I don't know featuring Magnabox, Genesis, Court JBL, Braun, Soundcraft. I don't remember that one. A lot of these stuffs I don't know. Sharp, I remember Sharp, Mitsubishi,
Sharp, big time. Yeah, yeah,
Awa,
yeah.
JBC, and Phillips. Yeah, I know all those. So maybe Mitsubishi too. I remember all those ones, man.
You just passed over the R's, dude,
Uh,
and the S's.
the
So
S's? No, I just it it's how it's like 80 like listed here. PS Audio,
oh,
Krell,
okay.
Boulder. It's not in alphabetic order, man. Altec Lansing, I remember that one. I always Infinity. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, I just wish they'd bring back the rack systems again. And
The
if
who?
you can buy a rack system, but you're not going to get that nice like fake wood with the record holder, you know, the fucking things with the side speakers on there, man.
Right.
It was like awesome. It's like, look, I got a dual cassette player. Look, I got a CD player. Isn't this
Wow,
fucking
look at
awesome?
these wood sides,
Look at
man.
these fake false wood sides with the glass thing where you could only put in like 50 vinyls, you know?
And you'd have to press on it to get the door to pop open.
Yeah, you had to press on it, the little press on doors.
Boom, boom. Yeah, and then
Ah,
you
dude,
put your
that
shit
was
in.
just like it was like when you had that in the 80s and you were a kid, it's like you felt like, look at me. Look what I got. What do you got? And then my friends would go, well, my parents have one. I go, is that yours? And they go, no, this is mine.
Well, my brother and I, we kidnapped the family stereo and we moved it into the bedroom, our bedroom. So Sean and I shared a bedroom, and that's where all the Motley Crue posters went up, and all the Ted Nugent and Uriah Heep and Led Zeppelin and the Doors and all the good stuff got jammed out because he didn't have a concept of what an amplifier could do, so he was just like
Ooh.
hooking up more and more and more speakers, and
Did
like
you used to did you used to like tear the speakers and just blend
yes,
more and blend more and blend more?
yes,
Like you'd have
yes,
only a 2 slot speaker system, but you'd have six.
6 speakers,
Yeah.
and all the speakers were just fucking distorting like shit because
Yes.
there
But
there
you
was
thought
not
you were
enough
cool.
there was not enough amperage to push the speakers. But hey, the more speakers, the louder, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just thought it was cool. You didn't hear it. You just said, "Look, I got six while you got
Uh,
two." You know.
my mom had no problem with us having that stereo in our room. Just keep it down to what she would say a civil level. Keep it down to a civil level. So
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
don't know what that was. So.
well, I'd be ditching school and I'd be putting my big fucking speaker for my rack system. I had a sliding big window and the bus stop was right on my corner. And I know the kids would be coming out. I'd be putting Rush Tom Sawyer out so they could hear it on the walk
Nice.
home.
Nice.
Or I'd be washing my car, just putting that out on the lawn and having that speaker just blasting so everybody could hear it.
And you
Um,
would like just tie those speakers together and you just grab a speaker and put it outside, right?
yep,
Yep, yep,
yeah.
yep.
I put that speaker outside, just again. I wanted everybody to hear what I was listening to.
Right.
I loved. I had that boom box. I remember
Yeah.
taking the boom box, taking my dog for a walk, and just blasting it. And said, "Fuck, I'm playing the Cars. I'm playing Def Leppard. I'm
Yes.
playing all this shit that you need to listen to." You know.
I'm sad to say that one of the first boombox tapes that when I the very first Christmas, my dad got me a boombox. Um, my first two tape purchases, I bought three things that Christmas with the money I got from Christmas. I bought Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms,
Yeah.
on album, on vinyl, because I saw a record player. Why not? And then I bought Cyndi Lauper's "She's So Unusual,"
I
and
got
I
those
bought
two vinyls. I never listened to the Cyndi Lauper one though.
I bought on cassette, and then I also bought Kiss Dress to Kill
Of
on
course you did.
cassette. Of course I did, right?
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course I did. So here I am walking around with a boombox. Girls just wanna have fun.
Dude, I walked around with the boombox playing the Hooters and we danced.
That's better than girls wanna have fun.
Oh yeah, it is. What Time
Okay.
After Time was like written by those two
Right,
guys.
god damn it. Yeah, Time After Time was written by that. Yeah,
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 by those two guys, yeah.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
so I mean, I here was my first purchases of a cassette. And of course I could get all my top 40 radio stations, no problem. But listening to Cyndi Lauper on my boombox wasn't exactly giving me street cred.
You know,
And nobody liked Kiss in 1993 or 1983, 84. I guess it was 84
I
maybe.
didn't like Kiss till like 5 years, 6 years
It's okay.
ago.
It's all right.
But
I don't even hate you. I don't hate you for that because I've been ridiculed about Kiss my entire life.
I've been
But
ridiculed about Sammy Hagar and fucking Ariel Speedwagon, so I understand your pain.
Jesus, those are some great fucking artists right there.
Yeah, Ariel Speedwagon, dude. Fucking, I remember this kid had
No,
a
I met their keyboard player.
Neil Daughtery.
Yeah, and he was in New Haven, Indiana, and my wife and I we were renting a house there, and she knew a friend who was living in a trailer court around the corner, and he came over with her, and he was like, "Hey, man, yeah, we're part of the undercover REO band." I'm like, "Who are you?" And he totally called out his name right, and he said that REO Speedwagon would play clubs now and again called the Traveling Dudes, and they would just be known as the Traveling Dudes. They would definitely not call themselves out as REO Speedwagon. And I don't know, man. He could have been pulling my leg, this guy, but he looks like the guy. And he sounds like the guy.
Or Gary
That's pretty
Richroff was
fun.
an amazing guitarist, and
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. It's
So
like, man,
it was a good time. It was a good time. You can't. I saw REO Speedwagon here in Fort Wayne 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah,
mhm.
I'd say about 2 years ago. Mark, they fucking rule.
Oh, I've never seen a bad show. They even did an acoustic show, which was okay. I was kind of pissed because I don't like acoustic shows. But
Right.
because Dave Almato had COVID, so they did
Okay.
acoustic. But I go, if you did acoustic, why couldn't you have just the guitar tech come out and you could have the drummer play real drums instead of bongos? I don't know, but that's okay. But Kevin said I got it. I think it's on the Freeform Rock Podcast YouTube where he says you're seeing something different tonight because we never done this. So I was kind of irritated, but it's cool shit, man. But
All
man,
right.
I just can't wait to do our shows this year. We got a lot of good shit coming up.
I know we got the guitar Savant Ozzy Osbourne coming up. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
fun one.
And we got
Yeah.
a Kiss episode with Chris Sinzak coming up too.
That's coming up what? That's up actually next, right?
Yeah, that's next.
Am I
It's coming
sitting
up.
in on that one?
You're on that one. What are you talking about? I'm still waiting for your song
Oh my God. On that?
on what is it called?
Carnival of Souls? Yeah,
Carnival
Scream.
Sauce. Yeah. Jerry gave me his and Chris gave me his, and I put
Scream
that
is mine.
cream.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down. All right. Hey, but Bushy might come on. He'll let me know Friday, so you guys will be like 4 against 1 on that episode, maybe. Fucking bunch of Kiss nerds against
I
one
love
casual
that
fan.
fucking record. I love that fucking record. But
Oh,
I don't.
there's your spoiler. You don't need to hear your opinion next in 8 weeks because that's when it'll be out. But yeah, let's get the
So
fuck out
tell
of
me,
here.
okay. So let me I don't know where you want to go with this, where you want to end it, but
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna say, man, any happy new year thoughts before we get the fuck out of here?
I just want to remember everyone we've lost, man. We've lost a lot of people this year. So, and I don't mean to bring it dark by any means, but I want to celebrate, you know, everyone that we love, that we've lost, that deserve to just be there, you know? I mean, I've lost my mom and dad. Jana's lost both her mom and dad. We've all experienced loss, and in a new year where we come up to a new beginning, let's try to take care of ourselves, like, and just love one another. I'm so happy I got to meet you, Mark, and the whole Jerry and the whole team and everyone that comes
2025
along with it.
Rockin' Pod, man. We're gonna get a table. We're gonna get some fucking interviews.
Oh, I'm so happy to be there. So it doesn't, I mean, I don't know if they're doing it 24, but I know they're doing it 25.
2025. I just watched a New Year's Eve special last night.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
said 2025. He did say
Kevin
it.
knew that for a long time,
I
but
know
I
you
couldn't.
did.
I know I couldn't. I couldn't speak of it.
Well,
So
I kind of figured if you told me, you know, you're in the know with the Decibel Geek. So
yeah, so absolutely. Let's just make 24 the best we can make it, man, and continue to argue and continue to have conversation and continue to introduce new music. Holy shit. The Pat Travers record was a huge introduction to me, you know? I mean, I would not have known that if it wasn't being for you guys. So,
well, it was Jerry.
yeah, it was Jerry, but it was because of your show.
Yeah. Well,
So,
your show.
our show.
Our show. Yeah, yeah. Don't ever put
Let,
it as my show. I just produce and edit it. That's about it. You guys have equal input in it. So
I'm gonna blast you with so many ideas. You're gonna fucking hate me.
I love that shit because I'm tired of coming up with ideas, man.
I've got I've got the Ozzy Osbourne guitar players coming up, and Chris Schilling, one of my other best friends. He's gonna say English rock band, so that could go anywhere.
Okay, cool.
I love you.
All right, love you, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Later, dude. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.